Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Eye Satan Third Reich events. Okay, let's continue here. I'm having fun going for another episode all in a row without stopping. And Hedgehog Defense Advance. Okay, that was an episode or two, I think. I mistook. And hedgehogs. The anti-submarine device. Confused. Okay, we'll reduce the combat bit. Yeah. Keep attacking out. No, can't get there from here. Where's that boost? Yes. Okay, this is part of the reason I've been building so many of these. Of course, I'm doing just the exact opposite of what they did in World War II. You know, the British, the Americans supplying across the Atlantic. Now we're supplying across the Atlantic and are vulnerable to attack. So you can look at the supply map here. We are trying to keep away from the center, but once we get here, there'll be more. And so we're here now, so we're going to build a couple of air bases, some radar to better spot any submarines or other vessels so that we can take them down. Air transport's already back there. We're going to have to bring them back soon. Give them a little bit for these guys to rebase out somewhere else so we don't bump into too big of opposition. Who are they attacking here? Oh, looks like he's killed or something, whatever that was. Oh, we stole some stuff from Japan, some blueprints. Okay, CAG bomber focus. Great, that's good. And now we're getting, yeah, Warspite, that's what it was, yes. Maybe we should do some airborne ops. Long until we get this airbase done. Nah, too long. Okay. Everything but the ski troops that are going up to occupy there, and the new garrison. It's light, but it may be enough to keep those Canadians attacking. Let's do some of the beach defense as well. Now, of course, the Canadians, part of the reason they attacked was because we had no defenses. Well, let's bring them down to here. Not quite sure where we'll use them again. Hopefully, I mean, hardly escorted, but hopefully they're escorted enough for where we're going. Now I know I sent in some fresh bomb invasion fleet. Fresh sea attack. See, they found somebody going after a heavy cruiser. Let's do your data. Yeah, we'll let that go. Come on, you're missing the Canadians and they're coming right there? Okay, on board. Oh, let's just... We're all here. Everybody go for it. How big is the submarine? Let's go for it. So now we're counterattacking. 2 Royal Canadian Marine Divisions. And we won. Hang out here for a moment. I want to... intercept... Oh. And we can build more stuff. Let's move this up to the top. How are we doing? Okay, infrastructure, we're building there, building there. That's the one I want to use, so there. Transport, yeah. Let's build a few more of the heavies. I'm building a few already in production. We'll build a few more. Just a heavy assault gun. Heavy tank destroyer. Stick them with some cores. HQs at some point to be cool. Nothing else really. Okay. I guess everything has to go through here. We're getting near where the Chaco War was fought, which is sort of very dry conditions. It was fought here. They thought they were going to find oil here, and I don't know if they ever, in the modern sense, I know in the period sense they did not find any oil, but between Paraguay and Bolivia, very dry terrain. Oh, jet aerodynamics events. So maybe they're getting to learn more about swept wings, though of course the Germans were some of the whether they knew it or not about the swept wings, they were some of the first to do that, with particularly the Horton fighter, but and the dealing with high speed near the speed of sound kind of thing. I think they're probably exhausting. Yeah, destroying themselves on me. Or on Boma here. Okay, well, let's see. Need to set up a new command for this. Region. I think all these are connected. Air superiority. I want to see what the... See? I'm supposed to look here. Be smart. Okay, we got 2 battle cruisers and 6 French battleships and 7 destroyers. And a CVL and 2 heavy cruisers. So if I had just sent in the normal sort of this kind of thing of, oh, let's just invade like I was about ready to do, that wouldn't have been good. Okay, now they got some weak ground forces, so what I need to do here is, none are there. There we go. Let's fly it to there, and probably somewhere around Europe, hopefully. There we are. Let's send these guys up here. We're going to pick up some airborne forces, and we're going to take... I think we might have been able to get ashore here and walk our way up, but I want to take the port. So we're going to do that via air power and drop on top of them. Don't mind losing some of those guys are sort of like submarines, but my lightweight vessels. Okay, what's the terrain like here? Perfect for the African War. Well, we've got 2 more Canadian subs sunk. Now, I want them to go into there. And we're going to get the Marine HQ, 2 of the Marine divisions, or all of the Marine divisions, but I think there's what, 2 or 3? 3. Okay. Now, can we reach there from here? Yes. Yes, I'm doing this without... It could be a huge British fleet sitting here. And if so, we will run away fast. But, we're at least trying to shut that down, and we're going to leave these guys here temporarily as a garrison. Because that does work. Let's come out. Oh, come on. There we go. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff that needs attention. Okay. Get all these to here, creating another transport fleet. Yeah, we're going to give the CVE, the escort, right to them. That's a good thing. We may send them somewhere else eventually. And we're going to put the CVL, the light carrier, here. And we're going to click these guys, and we're going to go to here, and we're... Oh, no, it's not letting us do that. Why not? Rebase the carrier. That's what we want to do. I know the name doesn't match, but that's what we got. We're saving this, these two, oh no, these two for when the Peter Strasser comes out. And we're going to stick the here for the moment. We'll add them to somebody else. A little worried about speed on some of these guys because traditionally they were sort of slower than fleets, but if we're talking transport, they should be able to keep up. Now these guys are slow, and so we finally built a few more. What we're going to do, well, let's put them down here for the moment. I want to add them to some of our anti-submarine patrols. I'll figure out which ones. In time. Okay, now maybe we should give it some of the LCs that we just dropped over here. Probably we should have, but oh well. Now we want a sucky general, at least one without very much experience. Those are going to go out to the Indian Ocean or Pacific once we get some of our transport. I thought I'd sent some back, but maybe it's not here yet. Some of this stuff is slow. I'm using some of the slower types. Maybe these guys should go. Okay, they're almost there, so. And that's going to be quick and good transport. So we're going to send you heading back. It's only 10 kilometers per hour, so that's slow. But by the time we get that back there, we'll have some forces ready to send out there. No, just two. I do want to do one SS to go with some of the headquarters units that we're getting. We've gotten. We're going to unite these. Doesn't matter which one. Commands. And no, I don't want to put a good officer. In charge of transports. Okay, we can only get those two. The 7th Fleet here. That'll probably be good enough to take that garrison unit that's down there. So, well, when are we going to get to the airport? The airfield probably be more appropriate. Term, okay, airbase. Hollandia, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Trinidad airbase. Ooh, May 6th. That's way too long. We're gonna see if we can do it from here in Georgetown. See if that's close enough. Probably not, but I'll at least get you down here. But maybe it'll get up there. Okay, no, we don't need food rationing. That'll reduce any descent that we may have had. Twin engine armament research has advanced. Good, but we will stop that now. And naval strike tactics. That's good. And we will let that go. Let's increase air interception. That would be good. Yeah, she can have energy. Moving that a lot closer, but we've also... No, they're not there yet. Will be very soon. We'll pick up Von Rundstedt and bring him to Brazil. On board the vessels, and we are going to go to the base here. The pilot, we're going to let that go. Amphibious light armor, yeah, we'll let that go. No, they're getting there. Oh, how's this doing then? No, against one little garrison unit. Well, good. Means we'll take this. What's this? Oh, 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 oh. We're gonna run away as fast as possible. As soon as we take that, we're out of here. Or it's gonna be out of here anyways, obviously. No hanging around to try to hope to engage it. We're sailing away. We're sailing away. And looks like we made it. Just barely. Whew! Oh, that could have been a fight, and not that I don't want to fight, I do want to fight, but I don't want to lose the core of my main capital fleet here. Oh, that was close. That was close. Another one of those close, heart-stopping, are we going to do it? But did we step in kind of moments? As you remember, I was sort of thinking, well, maybe, but really didn't think so. I mean, it was a possibility, because I know this fleet exists somewhere. all these. Well, it's not that big, but we don't know how it's actually at sea already because it all scoots out. So let's put on some radar, I guess, on the island. Oh, wow. Good thing that went so fast they didn't decide to come out and intercept me. I think we're at peace with these, with Paraguay. Yeah, they're their highest threat, but I have no reason, I think, to invade them. Don't need to get across their borders to get somewhere else, and I don't really think they have anything I'm interested in. The reason I'm really going after Bolivia is that they were in here and we're going to go there, and then eventually after Peru, just because they'll push. We don't, but it's sort of fun to do. I like conquering places, but these guys, we're going to send them back somewhere up to Europe here, to here, I guess, to repair. And big stack of HQs, but you notice a bunch of those special infantry units, 2 brigades, they're just barely there. So I'm going to risk this airborne invasion. And I'm also going to let me go for this. Airborne assault. Not terribly risky, because I think they're out of supply. That's maybe why they... Okay, and we've already won the battle of Guadalupe. Okay, went that fast. That's maybe also why they didn't... Probably that's also why they didn't come out and get me here in Barbados. Or, not Bermuda. Been messing that up probably, because this is Bermuda. Or Barbados. No, this is Bahama. Barbados is... yeah, one of these islands. There, we've already got it, right. Bermuda. What is that they didn't have any supplies to come out and mess with me. Our allies are already here to help protect the island. But we need to start sending supplies to Bermuda. Now, I do believe you need to be in supply more or less to be able to do offensive action with ships. But you can rebase without needing to be in supply. Let's see, I want to come from the more northern. Let's go down toward here. I forgot to reset up that supply convoy to here because it needs its own. And we also got the Quebec. How big is this force? Oh, we've gotten a U.S. Mountain artillery unit or something there. But still mostly Canadian forces stacked up there. And let's run supply to Guadalupe as well. No, I don't think we can. I've got to wait a day or so. You see, they're already out of supply, so that means that nobody's supplying these islands. as it is. So they'll rebase without supply. But okay, a bunch of stuff. Okay, yes, the war sprite. We got the war sprite. Good. And advanced armor designs. One of these. Oh, here, 45. Okay, well, we'll let that go. And we've talked about that, I believe, about the all kinds of better things, including better engines. Okay, 21st Waffen Gerbs Division der SS Skanderberg. Again, this is when you put the der SS means it's generally speaking it's a non-German unit. It's of the Waffen SS, not of an SS division. So, you know, sort of the distinctions. Sort of, kind of, I think, racial distinctions there as well within the whole thing of their weird ideology. Okay, let's see, that's pretty sure that's a Handschar. I don't think Skanderberg used the I'm suspicious of this photo, I'll tell you the truth. The hat doesn't look right. Is that supposed to be a fez with a skull on it? And Skanderberg didn't use the scimitar symbol. It was just Handschar. I'm not saying that whoever Merrick or whoever like on the Black Ice team may have made the image is doing a bad job. I'm just analyzing the photo as a photo. I mean, artistically you did a good job in that you showed something that looks to be very Waffen SS, looks to be sort of Islamic mountain troop division type stuff, and you have a really nice faded over cuff title there. That all looks, I mean, that's done well. I'm just being picky about photos and things. It's just my sense. I don't actually collect the original photos, but I collect images and I got books and I analyze things when I see them like that. Okay. First, Albanian ethnic division never reached full strength. Yeah, if you look at these dates, nothing ever was by this time. So basically, it was a conf group that fought alongside Prince Eugen. Yes, we'll do that. Good. Industrial zone is ready. Great. Bench research. Ooh, major breakthrough. Great. So, no, it's not down here. Where's Pristina? I don't know. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here. Okay. Cool. I like the way they've done this. Give you a decent, they're mountain troops and with artillery, but very under strength. So since we do have the manpower, we will be able to fill that out. But if we were struggling, meaning we didn't have much manpower, it'd stay a light formation. So good. Not good enough, and I've already got enough that I want to send it anywhere. We're going to keep it. Let's move it to some of these mountains here. We'll keep it as an anti-partisan unit to keep, fighting the partisans, reduce revolt risk, that kind of thing. We've already got several decent mountain units from the Waffen SS that may very well help us fight in the Appalachians and other places here in the U.S. As well, of course, we're already messing around up here. No, they're back from their invasion. Good. Well, let's move these guys. I want to move them over here because there is more protection from anti-aircraft over here. These guys I also need to send over here to pick up. Maybe even have to pick up some of these garrison units to garrison places. We're going to leave the Marines here for a little while. Hopefully, now the tragedy would be, I guess, if they hit us with a huge invasion force and killed the Marines. Okay, these guys. It's been a day or so, to Guadeloupe. Ever see the movie To Have and To Have Not, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, set during the early days of World War II? That took place on Guadeloupe. I believe that was Guadeloupe. Pretty sure it's Guadeloupe. I know it was one of these French islands out here, but I'm pretty sure Guadeloupe. Start doubting myself. No, Crete doesn't need this, and I don't think ever, but I don't mind being poked once every 6 months. Okay, Spear coordinates our armament. Okay. Nice, interesting photo here. I think we've seen this before as an event photo. I just remember this guy staring straight into the camera, looking sort of odd. Obviously he's looking in the camera too, but he's not looking odd. He's just noticing the picture is being taken. Of course, Adolf Galland wearing his hat very rakishly, and Albert Speer there. It's just an interesting grouping at the moment here. Don't recognize the civilian. Not right offhand. I mean, it may say in here. Haven't even read that. Oh, I forget. Oh, one of Speer's allies in all of the productions. I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm thinking Milch, but I think it's maybe somebody else. I'm pretty sure it's somebody else. I don't know if I saw the name, I would know it. Maybe it's in here. Luftwaffe general was one of his allies in the production battles. So there are often Luftwaffe people around him, but also because Galland's here, I'm figuring it's something Air Force, but this is interesting that there's an Army officer there with a SS officer there, and pretty sure that's another SS officer there. Can't really tell the guys in the further background, but that's interesting. Obviously this is cold weather, everyone's in trench coats. Okay, just that's I analyze photos like that. Okay, ever increasing attacks on the ever-increasing attacks of the strategic U.S. and British bomber offensive in '44 on German aircraft industries mauled heavily the production capabilities of the aircraft factories, together with the great losses of the German fighter force, the notorious management of Hermann Goering, which had not allowed for the upscaling and modernization of the Reich's air industry, led to the transfer of the air armament coordination into the responsibility of Albert Speer and his ministry in March '44, which is already way too late to, do anything that materially affects the outcome of the war. It might mean a few more fighters up that shoot down a few more American bombers, but it doesn't change what happens. Again, the relentless and ruthless nature of Speer's management genius increased the production numbers. Yeah. It was too late. Goering, and I don't know how much was Goering and how much was simply just Luftwaffe High Command, and I haven't read enough on it to know how to separate it. But I remember reading Albert Speer's book that I think it was just before the invasion of Poland was going to be getting underway, weeks or something like that before, he went to a demonstration of an early jet engine. You've seen, if you've watched the series, some of the events that we put in covering the German jet engine development. And this is just a jet engine like one of those that was, sitting in some aircraft factory or whatever, and it just, on the ground, and they fired it up and showed how it worked. It wasn't nowhere near getting ready to be put on the aircraft. But they, at that time, and he explained, discontinued sort of work on it at the time. I'm sure some of the people continued some of the work, but they sort of cut back on the production of it because it was decided, and Speer at that time, remember, this was before, I believe, the invasion of Poland, definitely way before the invasion of France, but it was either before or during the invasion of Poland that he saw this. He was still Reich architect. He was nowhere near getting ready to be the war, armaments minister. But he comments that it was going to be for the next war. See, this is how they were thinking. In 1939, would be late 1939. They're thinking this war is going to be the war either just with Poland, or if it does break out with France and Britain, they were going to win this war, and then there was going to be a next war, and then presumably the war after that, and presumably the war after that. I think they did think that they were going to be able to take these wars in step instead of having the, end up being all one big war all at once. And so this is one thing Vincent, one of the frequent hi Vincent viewers and posters here, was asking who could have one-on-one beat Germany, and my answer at the time to that question was the United States or the British Empire, if you took that as a single entity and not breaking up as Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and whatnot, but as the British Empire could have defeated Germany. Then he was asking more about 1933. Well, in 1933, I said, hell, Czechoslovakia, because it was prepared for war in 1933, could have taken the Germans even with the SA, because they were a 100,000 man army with maybe some veteran / Freikorps kind of secret stuff to sort of rise up, and the SA running around. I still think the Czechs probably could have taken them, and I said even the French might have been able to as well, just because the biggest problem with them is their defensive mentality compared to lack of offense. Poland, not sure in 33 if they could have alone as a single country. But the Germans themselves didn't see themselves taking on the world in 39. I know I'm sort of going down the rabbit hole here a bit, just after looking at this one photo. But stop the jet engine research, because it's not going to be ready because this is not an exact quote, but it's not going to be ready in time for this war. It will be used in the next war. So that, and this was dealing with Poland, and whether they thought the war was going to be 6 months or 18 months, I don't know, but it wasn't going to be for ever. It was going to be this war, then the next war, and then the war after that. So they were going to take on the world in pieces, not all at once. Part of what, clearly, if you just think that this is Albert Speer writing, because he wrote this while he was in Spandau prison, his memoirs, if he's just sort of thinking back on it versus what he thought at the time, maybe shows you the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact shows that they were worried about a war with the Soviet Union, so they made sure that that war wasn't going to happen over Poland. They were taking steps to do this in steps, so that if they'd got their plan to, Polish war with France, hopefully Britain stays out of it, defeat them there, okay, that war's over. Then war with possibly the Soviet Union, but what I really think continued to drag the war with Britain on was Italy, because if Italy had stayed neutral and hadn't gone into that war, you probably would have had Yugoslavia stay either neutral or in the Axis, but just in name only kind of thing. So you would have had the southern whole front closed up with Vichy, and no contest over the British Empire. I don't know if you could have, with a air and naval war, had forced Churchill, probably not, but if you still had Chamberlain in charge, I'm not sure the date of Chamberlain's resignation and whether Italy was in the war yet. I think it was. But that might have saved Chamberlain if it wasn't, because if it was just Germany, and that would have needed to be with Chamberlain go from a conservative cabinet, because when Chamberlain was in charge, they did bring Churchill, because he was sort of a member of the Conservative Party at that time, back and forth in and out to the Liberal Party, but they brought him back in as Lord of the Admiralty, or First Lord, or whatever, Lord of the Admiralty, the civilian in charge of the Navy. They brought him in to do that, primarily to appease everyone, because he had been telling what was going to happen to everybody, and hey, Churchill was right, so gave him back his old job, because he had been in charge of that in World War I. Put him back in charge of that, and he sort of energized the British Admiralty up really well when he was there. But had Chamberlain not fallen, an exclusive Tory government would have fallen, so that the king could have maybe asked Chamberlain, and this is all speculation, to form a government, an all parties government, with Chamberlain possibly as a figurehead, if it had stayed more of a contest with Germany. But once Italy got into it, and which gets you more into the empire, and which we see often and think of Egypt, but there's Malta, Cyprus, the British lifeline of the Mediterranean, and moving supplies from India back and forth. You get all that into the war, it becomes a much bigger, more and Italy was thought to be a greater power than it was. Getting back into this sort of World War mentality that Chamberlain really messed it up. And so you get Churchill. So had Germany been able to limit this to, a war with Britain, and after you defeating, so war with Poland, war with France, war with Britain, and maybe not invade Britain, like within Black Ice and most Hearts of Iron type stuff. Once you invade Britain, it gets the Soviets in. I don't know if the Soviets would have come in at that point. Especially with the purges, especially once you have the failure in Finland that really showed the weakness of the Soviet army. If you rolled into in 41, if you had rolled quickly into Britain at that time, I don't know that the Soviets would have thought that they were just going to win, because there is a real difference between defending against a major attack and invading, and it goes either way. The Soviets did a major attack into Finland and failed ultimately. The Finns were able to defend. Had Germany just been here with their Axis partners maybe staying neutral, but armed and ready to get into it. Germany may have looked to been, oh, they could hold this line, well and effectively. And since the Soviets had been pummeled here, and they had several major purges, of course, and the T-34s, were mostly sitting over here dealing with Japan. They weren't ready. Because you realize the T-34s didn't show up until, and only in small numbers, relatively speaking, for the winter offensive at the end of 41. So we were really looking at a 42 at best for getting the T-34s and the KV-1s in numbers and in divisions, trained up with a robust officer corps that both the state is considered reliable, both in politically reliable and reliable in victory, and the army thinks is going to maybe think they could win. So I don't think you're looking at an automatic Russia attacks if Germany invades Britain. Now, if Germany does not 2 or 3 para-divisions and some other stuff invade and fail, okay, that's just a minor expeditionary fail, no big deal. But if it were to move in an army, multiple corps, and get them in there and then have them cut off and destroyed, maybe then, but that's just a maybe. I'm not saying they wouldn't, and maybe somebody has. Well, you always order plans, code whatever, war with Germany, how do we invade? So you very well may find plans for an invasion of Germany at all kinds of stages, but that doesn't mean that there was any real political will to do them, especially with the various trade agreements with the Soviet Union going on, the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, all of that going on. Once they were well armed and equipped, and so if it happened in 42 or 43 and the Soviet Union was feeling strong, yeah, then I could see if they're bogged down in Britain, they may think it timely to invade. But so if you looked at Germany, piecemeal taking it on, so if they had taken on just the Soviet Union, if they had defeated France and Low Countries and gotten Britain out of the war with some sort of peace, even if they had taken London and offered to, withdraw from the British Isles and withdraw from British territory and just let Italy have Greece and whatnot here, and maybe, this kind of stuff, Crete and parts of Yugoslavia as its empire, and had a armistice of some sort, if not a full-on peace treaty, then without all of that going on, without the U.S. funding the British war effort or supporting the British war effort, meaning the war is now over, America will sigh a big sigh of relief in that we stayed out of another European war, and if the British and the Japanese weren't stupid enough to attack the Americans, let the Philippines to be American possession, let the Americans have the islands, and just Japan do whatever it wants to, going after Indonesia and French Indochina, and just keep America out of the war. Then I think Germany would have readily taken and defeated the Soviet Union. So had this war, the next war, and the war after next mentality been what happened, Germany would have been in a very, very different place, and I think would have won those wars. Don't know if they had eventually come to a war with the United States and what would have happened, but that's another question. Okay, so what do we have here? Short range production, lose some metal, lose some supplies. Air build speed. Okay, we'll do that. The supplies, let's see, what's that? 2,000 supplies, that's nothing for what I've got right now. And metal, hell, I'll give metal away to anybody. America wants some metal, I'll give you some metal, even though I'm going to invade. So that's good. Okay, and this is artillery flexibility. It got pumped up by something, or I don't know. Or maybe that's what this is. Is that what that is? Artillery flexibility right there. Okay. So we like flexible artillery. Where is it? It is still being researched. Oh, it's... No. not that. Why haven't I seen this? I know the tech, I just don't know where it is. Oh, here. Okay, yes, we're going to stop that. Which frees up another spot. Let's increase those. Okay, well, I think we're going to end this episode here. It's been fun. Enjoyed talking at you. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. Please post comments. Love to hear your thoughts on my analysis of the multiple wars versus a world war thought pattern for the Germans. See you next time.